Hi everyone, Michelle here from the Junk Journal Studio. I am doing a quick flip through of my journal that I started, Love Always journal from the Love Always digital kit in my Etsy shop. The link is down below. So I wanted to give you guys a quick look at it. I'm super excited. I think it's going to be absolutely beautiful. I'm going to really try and use a lot of fabric and textiles and textures and stuff, so that'll be really neat. And then we are going to make a lace envelope. Okay, so 3 signatures. We'll look at the first one. I'm just going to go really quickly through it. Some of the really white stuff that you see here and there, I will probably grunge up a little bit with some pink and tea stain and that sort of thing. And there's center signature. It's so pretty. I really like it a lot. And this is taken from an old, I think it's not a Sears, Eaton's catalog, I believe it is. And that's the first signature. Isn't that pretty? And then this is what you'll see when you turn the page. This envelope I made here out of vellum. I printed one of the pages from the kit and then printed it out on vellum. I reinforced here because it started to split a little bit, so I put some really pretty washi and grunged it up with some distress ink to kind of blend it. And then I made this really pretty ruffle, and so it is going to go on this page. That way you can still journal on it. I'm going to glue it here and here. It'll be a tuck spot, and then when you turn the page, it will be a flip out. So that's the plan for that one. There's lots of freebies that coordinate with this kit on my Kofi site as well. So you don't, oops, this is actually going to go back to back. I think I'm going to sew them and they're going to be big pockets. And then there's the center signature. So yeah, the Kofi link will be down below as well. Isn't that just so pretty? I really like it. I like it a lot. That's just gorgeous. This is going to be a very pretty journal. Okay, so there's the last page of the middle signature, and then that's the first page of the last signature. This is actually a dyed one that my mom made. Isn't it pretty? Yeah. She has an Etsy shop as well and sells tea-stained pages and such, so I'll link that down below as well. This is an envelope that came in the kit. I haven't put it together yet or made any final decisions, but when I was flipping through, I thought it looked super beautiful with this page. I really like that together, so I'll probably make it a flip there or pin it on so it's a tuck spot there or something like that. Center signature, one of the freebies. That's one of the freebies too. There's a few in here that I didn't point out. And that is the last signature. So that is the Love Always journal. Now, let's get started on our envelope. Okay, so I just wanted to show you, this is my vellum, and it's, I don't know what the weight is, but it's certainly a lot heavier of a paper than the tracing paper. I got this on Amazon, and it's what I made that, this here envelope from. But I don't want to use that because, let's just compare. Here's my tracing paper, 28 pounds. It feels lighter than that. But because we are covering it in lace, it really strengthens it a lot. And I just want to show you the difference in sound. Okay, let's put that back up. I'm just going to grab a piece of vellum here. So it's crinkly, like it makes noise when you play with it a little bit, but listen to this. Yeah, and then when the lace is on it, I think it'll stay quite soft. So that's what I want to try. let's put this vellum back. Okay, so I want my pocket to be how wide? Maybe 4.5-ish, 4 3/4 maybe. So let's go with that, 4 3/4. Okay, set that aside. And then I want it to be a tall envelope like so. I just have to decide how long I want our flap to be. I think I want it to be about here, which looks like it's about 1.5 inches. Is that what I want? Maybe 1 3/4-ish. It's all a little bit of an ish. Okay. And then this is going to come up, not all the way to the top, down a little bit so it's easy to get stuff in and out of the envelope, I am thinking. So that looks good. So I've left about, I don't know, what is that, 1/2 inch or so. Could even leave more if you wanted. Okay, so it's as easy as that. Now we'll put our lace on, and actually thinking of it, we probably didn't need to make all those creases. We could have put our lace on it first, but that's okay. Maybe it'll help us. So what I've picked out for the lace is this white lace right here, which actually used to be a tablecloth that I picked up from the thrift shop, and I've already used it once. So we have that. This is the good side, so actually I'll need to flip, is it? Yeah. Flip it over like so. Because I will put glue on this and stick it down just like that. So let's flip this over. We'll grab a glue page. And I'm going to sew around it, so I am going to use glue stick because I'm not overly concerned if it separates a little bit. But if you weren't going to sew, you'd want to use Fabri-Tac or another glue that is a little bit stronger. Okay, now let me think. This is the good side, so that's what I want to be over there. So yes, this is the right way. Just making sure. I'll just glue this on the lace, and then I think it's gonna curl, so I'm going to, no, never mind, that won't work. We will just uncurl it. Yeah, because this tracing paper is not very thick, it's going to curl easily, I think. Whoops. There we go. So I hope everyone is doing good today. I just finished making my granddaughter a super quick, like really quick, little book, a scrapbook, I guess we'll call it. My daughter, when she was little, had a little scrapbook, and she used to put one picture on the page. The pages were fairly small, and then she would just write 2 or 3 sentences on it. So let's not waste. Might as well come over here. We're going to have to do some trimming. It's up a bit too high. Pull that down a little bit. There we go. And I think I'll use my smoosher so we can kind of get it down nicely. Okay, so let's just roughly trim it. We can neatly trim after. There we we go. It's long, so it's kind of hard to work with. Let's put the cap on the glue. Yeah, so my daughter had a little scrapbook, and so she'd like take a picture and I'd print it for her of like her teddy bear, her favorite teddy bear that she carried around for like ever. And she'd make a little note or a picture of her and I making cookies or what have you. And my daughter found it the other day, and her daughter, which is now 9 years old, her name is Madeline, saw it and she wanted to make one too. And so my daughter tried finding like a smaller sized scrapbook of some sort, not with the plastic sleeves or anything, but she couldn't really find what she was looking for. So I said I would make one. So maybe at the very end of the video, I will show you guys that. If you'd like to stick around, you can see that. Okay, so we have that on there, and I'm just kind of wondering now if I should sew and then I'll trim. That's what I'll do. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I have it all trimmed around, sewn around, and I didn't mean for the stitches to be quite so close together, but I started partway down and then realized, and so I just went with it. And actually, I really like it a lot. It's very pretty. So now I'm going to trim all of the edges here. Just grab my fabric scissors. It's going to be obvious. Oops, let's do it this way so we could, wait, yeah, no, this way. We want to follow the tracing paper. I'm just loosely trimming this too. I'm not too worried about perfection. Kind of like it a little bit frayed and yeah, rough a little bit around the edges, like me. Okay, there we go. I have to be careful not to cut into my stitches. And I have to say that I really like the idea of using the glue stick. I'm glad I did that because it kind of feels neat to feel the tracing paper that's not quite like sealed to the lace. I don't know how to explain it, but just like the pocket it creates, I like the feel of it. It's not stiff. Okay, so there we go. And the creases that I put in earlier were useless because they did not stay once I glued it together. The other thing is I did not have to stitch around it like this. Had I been thinking, I would have stitched along here because obviously I can't sew my pocket shut. Then I would have kept it together and then just went zip, 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 and it would have been sewn. But that's okay. This will work perfectly fine as well. Okay, so let's get our flap. There we go. Get our smoosher. Get a good crease happening. And then bring this up, leaving about 3/4 of an inch or so. Actually, no, I want to come down a bit further. Once I got it down there a little bit, I realized I want my flap to be a little bit bigger than it was. Okay, that looks better. So it's actually, what is it? Just over 2 inches instead of 1 3/4 inches. There we go. Okay, so next I am going to take this beautiful portrait of this pretty lady that is in the kit, obviously. And as you can see, it's kind of distressed around that corner. And I want to sew around her, so I'm just going to back her with this, just so there's a little bit of paper underneath her to sew around. Yeah, I'm super excited about this journal. I've had a really hard time finishing journals this last year, just trying to find the balance in things. And then, you know, life throws some curveballs and stuff. But I'm super excited about this year because I am definitely feeling like I'm getting it more, just finding the balance and such. So hopefully you guys will see a few videos that I put out with this kit. And I know a lot of you have bought it and are loving it. So don't forget to share your creative work with the kit on our Facebook. Oh, look what I just did. Ay, ay, ay. You were probably screaming at me, don't do it. I did want it a little bit thicker, and that's not quite as thick as I was wanting it, so it's fine. I'm actually going to grab file folder now, and we'll back it with that. That looks good. And now I'm going to distress around her and around my envelope. Okay, so I've distressed all around there and it looks super pretty. Yeah, I really like it a lot. And then I did around my pretty lady too. And now I've got glue on the back of her. And I've ripped just a piece of fabric here for a base. But I'm also thinking, sorry you can't see it, but I have this white lace here that we made the envelope out of. And I'm thinking I want to incorporate a tiny bit of this into there as well. I'm just trying to decide how. Look at that. That might be super cute to incorporate in there. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'm just going to trim it down here. And then I don't quite want it this wide, although I can sort of scrunch it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm liking that. Now, it's a good thing I'm using Fabri-Tac because I'm going to be able to sort of lift her. Yeah, that's too long. And add more things underneath our little cluster here. Which is what I want to do. Just do some layering. I'm kind of wondering, sorry guys, I think this is still too wide. Yeah. Just coming off a little bit so you can sort of see the holes on that side of the lace. That's better. Beautiful. And then we can add, I have this little bit of lace right here. And then I dyed this, and I kind of thought I want to have it on that bottom corner. I'm just going to grab a little bit of this and see what it would look like if we put it under here. But I want to scrunch it up a little bit. This is where I think I'm going to use my glue gun. I'm just scrunching. Scrunching. I guess I should have not glued her on, but that's okay. There we go. We still got it. That looks good. And then perhaps maybe we'll put a little bit of this on there. Let's trim off this part right here. So yeah, we're just using little bits and pieces of lace to add a bit of color right now. So put some more glue on there, which is great because it kind of glues all of it together. And then we'll throw that under there. And I want it kind of scrunched a little bit again, I think. Sure, we'll go with that. That's looking good. And then what? I have some of this trim here. I was kind of thinking putting that on here as well. Sort of like that, maybe. I want to put this down on this corner, so let's lift again. Don't think I'm going to use this whole length. I think it might be a bit too long. So I'm just going to trim it here. There we go. I don't think I want to see this cloth under there. And I think I want to kind of go like that a little bit. Ooh, that's looking so pretty. Okay, now what? I dyed some of this, a little bit of this. I wonder what that would look like instead of that white. Kind of like how the white pops a little bit. Could maybe put a tiny piece of this over on this side if we can get it apart. Oh yeah, easy peasy. Easy peasy. So yeah, if you decide to make one of these, maybe don't glue the whole thing together. Kind of layer it up first and then smother it in glue. That would have been probably a little easier, but that's okay. Oops, I just heard a pin drop. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and then I think I will put this white oh, you know what? I don't quite like this pink sticking out quite so far over here. Kind of want to see the white lace on top of more white lace. There we go. Make sure we have our good side here. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll go right on top of the picture. Oh, isn't that pretty? Actually, let's, here, I'll get rid of this. I'm going to sew around it first. I forgot I was going to do that. Okay, I've sewn all around her. Now I'm going to put this lace on. I think, do I want to? Yeah. And let's just go with Fabri-Tac so we don't have thick, thick glue on there. Not sure if I want to go past the length of the photo or not, so I'm not going to put glue there right away. Just want to get this in place. Yeah, I think so. We'll just go with it the same length as the other one. It's fine. Yeah. Okay, so now would be a good time to kind of lift and see if there's anything else that needs to be glued down, but there isn't. It's stuck on there really well. Let's see what the color tone is like on this envelope here. Ooh, look at that. It's so pretty. So yes, I was just thinking, do I want distress ink on there? But I do. I want it to kind of blend like the other one, or the envelope, I should say. Oh yeah, that's so pretty. Okay, so we are, oh, I wonder if, yeah, because you are going to see the underside of this, so just want to distress that a little bit too. There we go. And then what do we want to do? I want to put like a bow or something on there, so get this glue off my hands. Grab a bow. I think I had, yeah, I took this one out earlier. I just want to see, does it work now? If we kind of had a bow like right there. Yes, that works. And then what about pearls or gems? I'll grab some of those. I just have this here. I'm kind of wondering if a pinker bow would work, to be honest with you. Like this one maybe. Move it up here so you can see. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely want that color. No. Oh, ooh, look at this one. Oh, that's pretty. It's bright, so it kind of pops. Oh, I don't know now. I think I'm going to go with the brighter one. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. Decision made. I don't know. Have you guys ever made these? I want to make a bunch more, actually. I just used little remnants of ribbon I had left from when I used to make dream catchers, and then they're just little bows that you make with a fork. I saw the video on YouTube. Okay, so let's see. I want it to sit quite nicely, so let's glue it on there. We might glue the, oops, this one here could flip. It's kind of only satiny on the one side. All right, so like that, I'm thinking. And then, no, it's not gonna lay. It's not gonna lay with the satin on the others, on the upside where we can see it. That's okay. So I do want to glue those down a little bit though, so they kind of stay in place a tiny bit. Like that. I'm wondering, no, never mind. It's fine the other way. And like that. Okay, and then let's give these little guys a trim. Beautiful. Now, what do we want? Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. What do we want? I have this stuff here. Certainly seems like it's the right color. Let's check it out. is pretty. We have that, or we can do some pearls. I'm just going to grab my other gems here. Got more here. Just want to see what a couple of pearls would look like. Let's see. Where did it go? Did it come off? It came off. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Oof. It is fiddly. Okay, let's grab the tweezers here. It's a sticker one, so it's kind of sticking to my mat. Let's see. Oh, that's really pretty. I think I want to do the pearls. Now, do I want 2 or 3? I think 3. Oops. Like so. Sure. Okay, so we're gonna go with that. We'll put these back. And we need some glue. So I'm just gonna put a little dab there and do one at a time because I want the glue to dry quickly, and then there we go. Number 1. Suppose I could use Fabri-Tac, but I'm just gonna go with this. Just trying to put a tiny bit on there is difficult. These two are stuck together. Oh, it's so fiddly. There we go. But worth the work. Absolutely. Oh, those are so pretty. Should I just do 2? I think I'm just going to do 2. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to do 2. And I don't even know where that other pearl went. Okay, so now all we have left to do is glue this down on our flap. Oh, there's the other pearl. Okay, so basically right where those two, I'll use this. It'll be just super instant and fast. Okay. Well, we got there eventually, you guys, and it's super pretty. And listen, I just absolutely love it. Look at that. And you can see through the pocket. Let me just grab a card here or something, some type of piece of ephemera. Look at, yes, it's so pretty. Love it. That one would be too tall. And we close it up, and now let's just take a look at it placed on one of our journal pages. Don't know where yet, but I think it's going to look beautiful. Doesn't matter where I put it. Oh, actually, I was thinking about putting it over here. Duh, I forgot. Oh, yeah, that's right. Now I remember. I was thinking about, I mean, I could put it there. It does look beautiful. But I was thinking about going like this. Oh, yeah. That's so pretty. So then we don't use any of our writing space. And you can just take it off, put your stuff in there, put it back on the page, and then we can even decorate that at a later date with some flowers or something. What do you think? I think I like it. So there you go, guys. Tracing paper is crinkly and it sounds wonderful and it feels so like soft with the lace. Really, really like it. Definitely will be making more of those. I hope you like it. Hey guys, so it's like an hour since I recorded the video, but I forgot to show you Maddie's little journal that I made her, or her scrapbook, I should say. So I just quickly threw it together last night. I'm still going to put something, decorate the front maybe with, and it says Maddie's journal or scrapbook or something like that. Maddie is her nickname. So yeah, this is one of her favorite colors. And it's not decorated at all. It's not distressed. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just a journal or a scrapbook, I should say, for her to put some pictures and write some notes. What I'm going to do is do up on the computer a couple of sheets of paper of different like boxes that have lines on them so that she can put her photo on there, maybe background page or decorate or whatever. And then she has these little boxes that she can stick to here to make the journaling a little easier because it'll have lines. And I'll give her a few different colors or shapes or something like that. Maybe some that even kind of go along that way. So I'm going to do that for her. And I'm also going to add a couple of pockets right here, front and back for her. I did make the pages, like, I mean, it's like a cover stock. I'm going to guess and say, I don't know, it could be 100 pound, maybe 100 pound. So it's nice and sturdy. So she can be fairly rough with it and it's not going to rip. And then in the center of the signatures, I made my strings too short because I really wanted to do like a series of beads all the way down. This one wasn't even long enough to get past the book. But these ones were just, so I did put some pretty beads on there, but there's just one at the end of the strings like that. Otherwise, if they were up here, it'd be too bumpy for her. It's 3 signatures. And yeah. Oh, I just noticed that this signature is sitting lower than the other ones. Oh well, that's okay. It gives it character. So that's it, you guys. Just super simple, but I think she's really going to like it, and I'll make the cover really pretty for her. So yeah, there you go. Maddie's scrapbook. Bye, guys.